Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy New Comic Book Day, February 7th, 2024. I hope all you guys found all your books in your cubby, mailed to you, on the new comic book shop wall. However you guys get your comics, I hope you guys got all the comics that you're looking for this week. As always, well, not as always, but this week I got all the books I was looking for this week here in the loud, mysterious black bag. As always, if you guys do like this kind of content, hey, give me a thumbs up, like the video, all that good stuff. You know, spread me out in the YouTube space like peanut butter. Let's go ahead and get dived into the books this week. With the loud, mysterious black bag out of the way, we've got 3 books this week. It was kind of a lighter week for me. And I don't know, like, the books this week were a bit disappointing, each one in its own way. We'll kind of get into that as we talk about each book. Non-spoilers as usual. Batman 142 here in the number 3 spot. Might have set myself up for this one. This Chip Zdarsky run has been so gosh darn good that I totally kind of like hyped myself up for this book. I was like, this book's gonna be really good. We've got the Joker Year 1, Part 1. And just saying that, I was like, I'm all in. This Chip Zdarsky run's been great. You know, we've got the Zur-En-Arrh of Batman, and this storyline, the way it's been unfolding, has been amazing. And this issue was a bit confusing. We had a bunch of flashbacks. That's what's going on. Like, I can tell they're flashbacks and stuff. And there was, you know, some stuff. This isn't a spoiler, I don't think, because he shows up in a ton of Batman stories. There was some Detective Gordon in his early young days, and we're kind of setting up a whole new story here, it seems. This could be a really good jump-on point for fans of the Joker. The artwork was amazing. There was like 2 different artists on this, and one has this super grotesque, like, super detailed style, and the other one kind of has this, like, whimsical, crazed Joker style, and I loved both of them. And then there's some bits with Batman. We don't see Batman too much, but, you know, I think we're setting some stuff up, and I'm looking forward to where we're going with it, you know, and that's, you know, what more can you ask? I wouldn't say this is the best issue, but it's probably a pretty good jump on point. You know, if you don't want to go back and read everything Chip's been writing, but you're a big Joker fan, I'd recommend it. It was fun. In the number 2 spot, I've got X-Men number 31. Still written by Duggan. Super cool cover here. I love this cover too, with Nimrod and Wolvie. And, you know, you got Nightcrawler, Mrs. Marvel even as she's an X-Men now, she's kind of on the team. And this issue was pretty good. We got a wrap-up of a story that's been going on for several years now. And I can't even really say too much about it without kind of hinting or giving you too much. But, let's just say, you know, once you've read the issue, you know, you can refer back to this. Let's just say that I was not thrilled with the way that the story kind of played out there, and I wanted to care, but I didn't, and I don't know why. I couldn't really, you know, pinpoint exactly why. But I felt a bit rushed. I felt this issue was a bit rushed. Just my personal opinion. And, you know, I'm not reading all the tie-ins, so I'm sure that has something to do with this. Duggan's also writing Iron Man. There was some Iron Man tie-ins and some other stuff that seems to be tying in with what's going on in the fall of the fall of X that I just hadn't read, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sticking to the main title. I don't pick up all the tie-ins. I'll generally wait and read them when they come up on the app, just because it costs a lot to buy all these comics, guys. And if I were to buy all the comics that I wanted to buy every week, I would absolutely be flat broke all the time. So I've got to limit myself, and that's one of the ways I try to limit myself, because X-Men's always doing a big summer crossover event, and it kind of costs a lot of money to read the story right when it comes out. But I still want to collect the runs, the ongoing titles, basically. So in my number ones, it was all right. It was an all right issue. At the end of it, I'm actually, kind of curious to see, again, what happens next. How are we going to carry this story forward? This was probably the best issue of the week for me. Even though it also, didn't, hasn't been the strongest story, let's just say. So without spoiling this, it feels like we're actually coming to the end of the Out Ewing's crazy head trip inside the mind of Eddie Brock's story that we've been telling on his way to becoming King in Black. Feels like we're hopefully finally getting to the end of that. And, if anything, if you're excited about reading some stories where Venom's not, written by Out Ewing in a crazy mind trip, hopefully that's what we're getting coming up real soon. Because this run has not been the most fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've really enjoyed the parts of the story that are about Dylan Brock and this team he's kind of building to try to save his father, and I am completely not into this head trip Out Ewing in the mind of Eddie Brock fighting himself in the mind of himself, and it's just, I'm not a big fan, and it kind of sucks because in the beginning, it seemed as though we're introducing some new symbiotes and all these cool things and toys, and turns out they're all just these versions of Eddie, and kind of like a time dilation thing, and it's just too complex, honestly, for it to feel realistic enough, I guess, is part of where I'm at with it. But it looks like we're finally getting to the end of that. And it's on previews here in a second. We're going to take a look. It's on previews, so I don't feel like it's a spoiler. Carnage does show up at the end of the issue. If you've been reading like Death of the Venomverse, Carnage run, you want to see what's going on with God Carnage now that he's all-powerful, definitely recommend this issue, and probably the ones going forward for a little while. I hope that doesn't spoil too much, but you got to know what's going on sometimes, just a little bit, to decide whether, what I'm saying, oh, I want to jump back in. So that's what I got this week, man. I gotta say, I felt a little bit let down, but all three books, like, I'm buying the next issue. They had me, interested at the end to see what the next issue is about, and hoping that it could be better than this last issue that we just read. So, take a look here. We got the brand new DC Connect. I did go through this once already, so a couple of highlights I wanted to point out were, we've got Free Comic Book Day coming up, so there's some books on that are going to be coming out. Nightwing 113 is actually legacy number 300, so Nightwing's hit issue 300. That's super cool. See, here's one of the books that I if I was more rich, I'd be picking it up every week. I always hear it's such a good story, and I feel like I'm missing out. Batman Superman's World Finest. And then we've got the House of Brainiac. That's kind of their big thing that DC's pushing right now. Seems to be a big kind of event, their next event. What else was there? just a bunch of cool stuff, you know. You guys know me, I'm not the biggest DC guy. Had the new issue of Detective Comics, and I couldn't find a new issue of Batman here, so maybe like Batman's taking a break for a month after this Joker War story, or I don't know. I didn't see Batman in there. It could be, but I didn't find the page. So just a couple things here in the Marvel one that I wanted to point out. They do have, in the beginning here, they're advertising all their Ultimate stuff. Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, and Ultimate Black Panther. So we're gonna get a new ongoing series for Deadpool. Can this be the one to go past like 10 or 12 issues? Oh my goodness. I'm probably gonna give this one a try. Cody Ziegler, Rose Antonio. I'm crossing my fingers, man. I really like Deadpool, and let's hope we can get a good Deadpool run. That would be cool. And then the big one for me, we got another 5-issue miniseries. Looks like it's going to be one issue a month this time instead of one every week. But Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. And it looks like we're getting the return of the original Venom 2099 as well. So I'm super pumped about that. Honestly, I'm excited. You know, we're still not getting our ongoing, but we continue to get these miniseries, so yeah, it's something to keep me satiated. At least he seems popular enough to continue to get these miniseries, and I can't be mad at that. We got a bunch of cool Fall of the House of the X stuff, X-Men 33. I keep hearing rumors that X-Men's going to be restarting soon, and sort of an all-new status quo, so that has me kind of excited that maybe we could really be entering into a cool era. And then here was the other big reveal I saw in here. Amazing Spider-Man 47 and 48. I'm not even gonna read any sort of the spoilers they might have in the section down there, but you can just see by the covers we've got Chasm coming back. Ben Reilly's making his return as Chasm, and I'm actually super pumped about that. Like that's a storyline that I've been looking forward to. We got Spider-Boy 6, Miles Morales number 19. Some fun stuff, guys. Fun stuff. It's always fun looking at the previews with you guys. As always, you know, if you do like this kind of content, it helps if you click the links and the buttons near me. Appreciate you guys watching this far into the video. If you're still here hanging out with me, as always, we'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.